Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles, along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
And we want to welcome you to the Mackey Motors postgame show here on 1380 AM on 95.1 FM KCIM. And before we recap the boys' game, we got a couple of interviews to get to. And joining me right now on the postgame show is Sophie Jackson, the lone senior of the Weaver Rockets here tonight. Sophie, not an easy game here tonight. Glen Ralston is a foes that you've faced many times before. Girls who haven't had experience quite yet at the varsity level playing here tonight. But talk to me just about how you felt the performance was between your girls tonight.
We definitely could have played better for sure. There's a lot of stuff we need to clean up, but I think a lot of us came out with pre-game jitters that will be ironed out throughout the season. Absolutely.
This is a game, the game for you guys was a little bit of a foul crazy. I mean, a lot of travels, a lot of, double dribbles. Are those some of the things you're kind of looking to improve upon in practice here this week?
For sure. We don't want to come in and play every game as choppy as we played tonight.
I think the performance for your girls was really good here for tonight. I know it's a loss on the record, but it's the first couple of games of the season, some of those things. As a senior, as a lone senior here tonight, I know you got a big junior class that's kind of helping you with that leadership. So what are some of the things you were talking about at halftime with the girls?
Just that we needed to be quicker on our defense and get moving more on our offense. We kind of fall a little stagnant, and then we get in spurts where we're going, and then we just fall back into being slow and not moving.
If you had to pick out some of the best parts of the game here tonight for your girls, what would it be?
I think, like I said, parts of our offense would go and then it would slow down, but I think our fast parts were good, we were moving good.
I know there was one time, there was a little bit of confusion on the offensive side, a little bit of confusion on the play to run, and obviously you'll start to clean that stuff up. So where do you think the scoring is for these girls? Obviously, we talked about some of these girls don't have as much varsity experience as some of the others. What are some things you want to see from these girls to continue to do?
Yeah, I'd love to see us all just work together, and we have a lot of great shooters, so I think that a lot of them are just nervous with the lack of time that they've had in the past, and they'll fall into it, but right now they're still just working on getting comfortable in the game.
I'm going to ask you this question now instead of at the end of the season. You're a senior this year. How does it feel to kind of wrap up your whole high school career?
Well, I like basketball, so it sucks that it's winding down, but I've had my time, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Sophie, I know it's a loss tonight, but you guys are going to continue to get better and better with the season going on. Appreciate you coming up and talking with us, and we'll hopefully catch up with you later.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Once again, Sophie Jackson, senior for the Weaver Rockets, joining us here for tonight. And we'll pop on, switch over the microphone, and get head coach Jeremy Smith joining us here for tonight. Coach, I know it's kind of a tough loss for the girls here for tonight. Definitely not the outcome you wanted, but if you had to pinpoint some good things you saw tonight, what would it be?
At times I thought our press, I tried one, and actually the first one we tried was the one we've done the most in practice. The one I thought we had the most success with was the one that we just kind of started tonight. And I just extended our 1-3-1 defense. I said it's the same principles, you just got to extend it out there. And I thought we created some turnovers. I thought maybe there's a couple more turnovers in there that we should have had. But so the bright spots, that was it. And our start was great. I mean, for our first game of the year, I thought we came out, we looked a little crisp, and then we ran a couple of the same sets right there at the beginning, and our timing's way off. And that's on me. I got to get that straightened out.
I know tonight was kind of foul-ridden between both teams. Obviously, first kind of games of the season, that's going to happen. But what are some things you want to clean up on that aspect? I know dribbling was kind of a thing, traveling a little bit too. So what are some things you're looking to clean up here?
Yeah, and a couple of those travels, we didn't even have anybody with pressure on us. So, that's first game jitters, I think, and I'm going to chalk it up to that. Another thing I think we need to kind of focus on is, we're seeing the right passes to get them to them. We're just not making a crisp enough pass to get it in. It's maybe a little too slow. So those are things that we're going to have to clean up. And like I say, first game jitters, I'll chalk it up to that. If we continue to look like this, I told the girls the same thing. We continue to look like this down the road, then that's definitely on me, but we got to get better.
What are some things that you told your girls at halftime?
Basically that there's times where we're getting stagnant in our offense. I like the plays that we had early. but our timing was so far off it wasn't even worth running them, because now you're starting to show things that you can do, but you're not even executing correctly.
And of course, you got a lot of girls here this season who have limited varsity experience. You try to get those sophomores in some time last year. So how is that kind of affecting how you're running your plays this year?
Well, and that's a good question, because the thing is you kind of spend some time with who you think's your core five and start running those plays just to see what it looks like, if you can do anything with it. And tonight, when you get foul trouble, you turn it in where, well, now I want to run that, but I can't because I don't have people that are comfortable with running it. So that's another thing we kind of ran into, but ultimately we couldn't run them with our timing tonight anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, tough loss here for tonight, but it's only going to get better from here. You'll get some practice in, hopefully, and fix some of those things that will, hopefully get fixed here soon. But we appreciate you coming up and talking with us about the game.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Tyler.
No problem.